My legal name is Greg Gay. I was bullied, unbelievably bullied. I started out and I had teachers that bullied me. I had kids that bullied me. Even the coaches, I had nobody to turn to. One day at lunch, I had my head shoved in the urinal where it busted my lip. I had laid on the ground in a fetal position as the kids kicked me. I got up, I rinsed my face off. I walked out of the lunchroom, walked straight to the principal's office, and he told me, these kids will grow up someday. They won't always be like this. But yet, here I am, covered in urine from laying on the ground underneath the urinal. My lip was busted, and they sent me home. Well, I went home, and I got the 45 out of my father's drawer and put it in my mouth. Because at this point, I had nobody in the school system to help me. Is that the way this is going to be? Lance, you were the one that shoved my head in the urinal.
Shelly Cox, who for years says her daughter was the victim of bullying at the Katy Independent School District.
When I say she survived, I mean she survived.
In the sea of signs, hers no doubt makes an impression. She says at 15, her daughter almost killed herself.
They allowed other children to pick on her, bully her, throw things at her, just torment her.
Parents stand here now claiming nothing has changed in years, not with their children or with people like Greg Barrett, who stunned board members last week by claiming Superintendent Lance Hint was his bully.
Lance, you were the one that shoved my head in the urinal.
Ultimately, I'll be judged by one person. Yes. And that is God, my Lord and Savior.
A much different room 1 week later, as many show support for Hint and his character.
Please know my reaction this past Monday night. I've spent 27 years dedicating my life, my passion, my commitment to my family, to my students, to staff, and to the communities that I have been privileged to serve. But folks, I recognize, I'm telling you, I recognize I am not a perfect person. I don't think anybody in here really is. And I do recognize that. While I understand the perception, please know my reaction this past Monday night was one of shock. It wasn't one of disrespect or insensitivity. I was purely shocked. To the hometown that raised me and where I now proudly serve, I regret the negative attention that's been brought to this community in the past week. Ultimately, I'll be judged by one person.
Yes.
And that is God, my Lord.
Now this witness is calling the Katy ISD superintendent a liar. Another fellow student is now stepping forward, confirming Gay's story.
I do remember one incident where Lance Hint took Greg into a bathroom and put his head into a urinal.
Says he was a bystander to the events in junior high school and has since made amends with Gay for not stopping Hint.
Nobody messed with Lance Hint. Not at West Memorial Junior High and not at Taylor High School.
Effective January 1st, 2019, I will resign and retire as superintendent of Katy ISD.